So when I was 12 years old, my mom took me to live with this 75-year-old couple. It was the most transformative experience of my life. And all of the experiences I could recall, 3:45 a.m., I would just get a call, boy, and the next thing I would, from my dream or something, I would just shout, sir! And that was how I was woken up in the morning. That was Moscow, and he was 75 years at the time. I was growing, becoming tougher, and he was teaching me a lot of things. But there's something I learned from him, something key that I'd like to share with you that he shared with me that changed my life. And that thing made me become more bold, confident. Moscow at the time was like a herbalist. He did this traditional medicine. He takes me to the farm. We go, we pick some stuff. And I was getting to see a lot of patients that would come in. Some had this sickness. They don't have a cure to it. Some different issues were just coming up. But there's something Moscow always did. And that was anytime they told him the problem, he would just be very calm. And he would say, okay, in the next 30 days, 60 days, you will be fine. And for me, I was very young. I was 12 at the time. And I was like, wow, this is really amazing. He always has an answer. He's always comforting and everything. And one day I asked him while we were walking, I was just walking on one of the aloe vera and stuff. And I asked him, I said, Moscow, I observed that every time people come here with all this issue, you always have something to say to them. You always have an answer. Is it that you know everything? You know, I was a child. I was like, do you know everything? I asked him because 80% of our clients were having success rate. Then he sat me down and he told me something. He said, Sam, I don't know everything. I said, okay. He said, but there's something I know. And that thing I know is that there is always a solution to every problem. Your job is to find it out. And that changed everything for me. Because, as a young person growing up, a lot of things happen and you're like, the world is shaking, nothing will change again. But that always kept me going because I knew there was a solution. So if you're sick in your body, there's a solution. If you're broke, there's a solution. You just have to find it out. So you don't need to be afraid of whatever you're passing through right now. You don't need to be afraid of it. What you should be thinking about right now is, what is a solution? Who do I need right now? Who can help me out? Where can I go get the solution? And once you start thinking like this, your fear turns into boldness, your fear turns into direction. And that's how things are solved. And this one philosophy Moscow left with me, and I want to leave it with you. There's a solution to every problem. And if you find value from this video, give it a like and share it so that more people discover that there is always a solution. And that's what we should be thinking about, not the problem.